welcome to the Morgan Library. My name is Miss Lindsay, and welcome to Teen Talk Tuesday. Now for this Tuesday, the book I'll be reading is On the Come Up by best-selling author Angie Thomas. Now if you recognize that name, she's the author of The Hate You Give and Concrete Rose. And here's a little tidbit. This book takes place in the same universe as The Hate You Give, so there might be some references. But also, I'll try my best to censor because there's quite a bit of language. Here we go. Part 1. Old School. Chapter 1. I might have to kill somebody. It could be somebody I know. It could be a stranger. It could be somebody who's never battled before. It could be somebody who's a pro at it. It doesn't matter how many punchlines they spit or how nice their flow is. I'll have to kill them. First, I gotta get the call. To get the call, I gotta get the heck out of Mrs. Murray's class. Some multiple choice questions take up most of my laptop. But the clock, though. The clock is everything. According to it, there are 10 minutes until 4:30. And according to Aunt Pooh, who knows somebody, DJ Hype calls between 4:30 and 5:30. I swear, if I miss him, I won't do crap because Mrs. Murray has my phone. And Mrs. Murray is not one to be played with. I only see the top of her sister walks. The rest of her is hidden behind her Nikki Giovanni book. Occasionally she goes, at some line, the same way my grandma does during a sermon. Poetry is Mrs. Murray's religion. Everyone else cleared out of Midtown School of the Arts almost an hour ago, except for us juniors whose parents or guardians signed us up for ACT prep. It's not guaranteed to get you at 36, but Jay said I better get close since she paid these folks a light bill for this class. Every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, I drag myself into this classroom and hand my phone over to Mrs. Murray. Usually, I'm cool with an entire hour of not knowing what the president tweeted or getting texts from Sunny or Malik, sometimes about the crap the president tweeted. But today, I want to go up to that desk, snatch my phone from the pile, and run out of here. Psst, Brianna, someone whispers. Malik is behind me, and behind him, Sunny Mouse. Anything yet? I tilt my head with the, how am I supposed to know? I don't have my phone, eyebrows raised. Yeah, that's a lot to expect him to get me. But me, Sunny, and Malik have been tight since womb days. Our moms are best friends, and the three of them were pregnant with us at the same time. They call us the Unholy Trinity, because they claim we kicked in their bellies whenever they were together. So, nonverbal communication? Not new. Sunny shrugs with the, I don't know, I'm just checking, mixed with the, geez, we ain't gotta catch attitude. I narrow my eyes at his little light-skinned hobbit looking behind. He got the curly hair and the big ears. I don't have an attitude. You asked a stupid question. I turn around. Mrs. Murray eyes us over the top of her book with a little nonverbal communication of her own. I know y'all not talking in my class. Technically, we're not talking. But would I look like telling her that, verbally or nonverbally? 4:27. 3 minutes, and that phone will be in my hand. 4:28, 2 minutes. 4:29, 1. Mrs. Murray closes her book. Time's up. Submit your practice test as is. Crap, the test. For me, as is means not a single question is answered. Thankfully, it's multiple choice. Since there are 4 choices per question, there's a 25% chance I'll randomly choose the right one. I click answers while everyone else collects their phones. Everyone except Malik. He towers over me as he slips his jean jacket over his hoodie. In the past 2 years, he went from being shorter than me to so tall he has to bend to hug me. His high top fade made him even taller. Geez, Bree, Malik says, didn't you do any of that? Shh. I submit my answers and sling my backpack over my shoulder. I did the test. As long as you're prepared to take an L, Breezy. An L in a practice test isn't really an L. I throw my snapback on, pulling the front down enough so I can cover my edges. They're a little jacked at the moment, and will stay jacked until Jay can braid my hair. Sunny beat me getting to Mrs. Murray's desk. He goes for my phone like the true ride or die he is. But Mrs. Murray catches it first. That's okay, Jackson. She uses his real name. which happens to be my last name. His mom had named him in honor of my grandparents, her godparents. I need to talk to Brianna for a second. Sunny and Malik both look at me. What the heck did you do? My eyes are probably as wide as theirs. Do I look like I know? Mrs. Murray nods towards the door. You and Malik can go. It will only take a moment. Sunny turned to me. You're screwed. Possibly. Don't get me wrong, Mrs. Murray is sweet, but she does not play. One time, I faked my way through an essay about Langston Hughes' uses of dreams. Mrs. Murray went on me so bad, I wish Jay would have gone in on me instead. And that says something. Sunny and Malik leave. Mrs. Murray sits on the edge of her desk and sets my phone beside me. The screen is dim. No call yet. What's going on, Brianna? She asks. I look from her to my phone and back. What do you mean? You were extremely distracted today, she says. You didn't even do your practice test. Yes, I did. Kinda. A little. Sorta. Not really. No. Girl, you didn't submit any answers until a minute ago. Honestly, you haven't been focused for a while now. Trust me, when you get your report card next week, you'll see proof. B's don't turn to C's and D's for nothing. Crap. D's? I gave you what you earned. So what's going on? It's not like you've been missing class lately. Lately. It's been exactly a month since my last suspension, and I haven't been sent to the principal's office in 2 weeks. That's a new record. Is everything okay at home, Mrs. Murray asks? You sound like Miss Collins. That's the young blonde counselor who's nice but tries too hard. Every single time I get sent to her, she asks me questions that sound like they came from how to talk to statistical black children who come to your Office Handbook. How is your home life? None of your business. Have you witnessed any traumatic events lately, such as shootings? Just because I live in the ghetto doesn't mean I dodge bullets every day. Are you struggling to come to terms with your father's murder? It was 12 years ago. I barely remember him as it is. Are you struggling to come to terms with your mother's addiction? She's been clean for 8 years. She's only addicted to soap operas these days. What's good with you, homegirl? Know what I mean? Okay, she hadn't said that, but give her time. Miss Murray smirks. I'm just trying to figure out what's up with you. So what's got you so distracted today that you waste your time and your mama's hard-earned money? I sigh. She's not giving me that phone until I talk. So fine. I'll talk. I'm waiting on DJ Hype to tell me I can battle in the ring tonight. The ring? Yeah, Jimmy's boxing ring. He has freestyle battles every Thursday. I submitted my name for a chance to battle tonight. Oh, I know what the ring is. I'm just surprised you're going in it. The way she says "you're" makes my stomach drop, as if it makes more sense than anyone else in the world would go in the ring except for me. Why are you surprised? She puts her hands up. I don't mean anything by it. I know you've got skills. I read your poetry. I just didn't think you wanted to be a rapper. A lot of people don't know. And that's the problem. I've been rapping since I was 10, but I've never really put myself out there with it. I mean, yeah, Sunny and Malik know, my family know, but let's be real. Your mom saying you're a good rapper is like your mom saying you're cute when you look a hot mess. Compliments like that are part of the parental responsibility she took on when she evicted me from her womb. Maybe I'm good. I don't know. I've been waiting for the right moment. Tonight may be the perfect time, and the ring is the perfect place. It's one of the most sacred spots in Garden Heights, second only to Christ's Temple. You can't call yourself a rapper until you've battled in the ring. That's why I've got to kill it. I win tonight, I'll get a spot in the ring's lineup. And if I get a spot in the lineup, I can do more battles. And if I do more battles, I'll make a name for myself. Who knows what can happen then? Mrs. Murray's expression softens. Following in your dad's footsteps, huh? It's weird. Whenever other people mention him, it's like they're confirming that he's not some imaginary person I remember bits and pieces of. But when they call him my dad and not Lawless, the underground rap legend, it's like they're reminding me that I'm his and he's mine. I guess I've been preparing for the ring for a minute now. I mean, it's hard to prepare for a battle, but a win could jumpstart my career, you know? Let me get this straight, she says, sitting up. Imaginary alarms go off in my head. Warning, your teacher's about to gather you, boo. You've been so focused on rapping that your grades have dropped drastically this semester. Forget that junior year grades are vital for college admissions. Forget that you once told me you wanted to get into Markham or Howard. Mrs. Murray, no. You think about this for a second. College is your goal, right? I guess. You guess? I shrugged. I mean, college isn't for everyone, you know? Maybe not. But a high school education? Critical. It's a D now, but that D will turn to an F if you keep this up. I had a similar conversation with your brother once. I try not to roll my eyes. There's nothing against Trey or Mrs. Murray, but when you have an older brother who did great before you, if you don't at least match his greatness, people have something to say. I've never been able to match Trey here in Midtown. They still have the programs and newspaper clippings on display from when he started in Raising the Sun. I'm surprised they haven't renamed Midtown the Trey Jackson School of the Arts because we love his butt that much. Anyway, he once went from A's to C's, Mrs. Murray said, but he turned it around. Now look at him. Graduated from Markham with honors. He also moved back home this summer. He couldn't find a decent job, and as of 3 weeks ago, he makes pizzas for minimum wage. It doesn't give me much to look forward to. I'm not knocking him at all. It's dope that he graduated. Nobody in our mom's family has a college degree. And Grandma, our dad's mom, loves to tell everyone that her grandson was magna cum laude. That's so not how you say it, but good luck telling Grandma that. Mrs. Murray won't hear it, though. I'm going to improve my grades. I swear, I tell her. I just got to do this battle first and see what happens. She nods. I understand. I'm sure your mom will, too. She tosses me my phone. Crap. I head to the hallway. Sonny and Malik lean against the lockers. Sonny types away on his phone. Malik fiddles with his camera. He's always in filmmaker mode. A few feet away, the school security guards, Long and Tate, keep an eye on them. Those two are always on some mess. Nobody wants to say it, but if you're black or brown, you're more likely to end up in their radar, even though Long himself is black. Malik glances up from his phone. You okay, Bree? Go on now, Long calls. Don't be loggy-yogging around here. Jesus Christ, can't we talk for just a minute? I ask. You heard him, says Tate, thumbing through the doors. He's got stringy blonde hair. Get out of here. I open my mouth, but Sonny goes, let's just go, Bree. Fine. I follow Sonny and Malik towards the door and glance at my phone. It's 4:45, and Hype still hasn't called. A city bus ride home and a walk home later. Nothing. I get to my house at exactly 5:09. Jay's Jeep Cherokee is in our driveway. Gospel music blares in the house. It's one of those upbeat songs that leads to a praise break at church and Grandma running around the sanctuary shouting. It's embarrassing. Anyway, Jay only plays those kinds of songs on Saturdays when it's cleaning day to make me and Trey get up and help. It's hard to cuss if somebody sings about Jesus, so I get up and clean without a word. I wonder why she's playing that music now. A chill hits me as soon as I step into the house. It's not as cold as outside. I can take my coat off, but my hoodie's going to stay on. Our gas got cut off last week, and with no gas, we don't have heat. Jay puts an electric heater in the hallway, but it only takes a bit of the chill out of the air. We have to heat water in pots on the electric stove if we want to take hot baths, and we sleep with extra covers on our bed. Some bills caught up with my mom and Trey, and she had to ask the gas company for an extension. And another one. And another one. They got tired of waiting for the money and just cut it off. It happens. I'm home, I call from the living room. I'm about to toss my backpack and my coat on the couch, but Jay snaps from where she is. Hang that coat up and put that backpack in your room. Holy crap, how does she do that? I do what she said and follow the music to the kitchen. Jay takes 2 plates out of the cabinet, one for me, one for her. Trey won't be home for a while. Jay's still in her church Jay look that's required for a church secretary. The ponytail, the knee-length skirt, the long-sleeve blouse that covers her tattoos, and the scars from her habit. It's Thursday, so she's got classes tonight. As she goes from her social work degree, she wants to make sure other people get the help she didn't get back then when she was on drugs. For the past few months, she's been in school part-time, taking classes several nights a week. She usually only has time to either eat or change, not both. I guess she chose to eat tonight. Hey, a little bit, she says all sweet, like she didn't just snap at me. Typical. How was your day? It's 5:13. I sit at the table. He hasn't called yet. Jay sets one table in front of me and one beside me. Who? DJ Hype. I submitted my name for a spot in the ring, remember? Oh, that. Like it's no big deal. Jay knows I like to rap, but I don't think she realizes that I want to rap. She acts like it's the latest video game I'm into. Give him time, she says. How was ACT prep? Did y'all do practice tests today? Yep, that's all she cares about these days. That stupid test. Well, she says, like she's waiting for more. How'd you do? All right, I guess. Was it hard? Easy? Were there any parts you struggled through? Here we go with the interrogation. Mom, it's just a practice test. That'll give us a good idea on how you do on the real test. Bree, this is serious. I know. She's told me a million times. Jay puts pieces of chicken on the plate. Popeyes. It's the 15th. She just got paid, and we're eating good. Jay swears, though, that Popeyes isn't as good here as it is in New Orleans. That's where she and Aunt Pooh were born. I can still hear New Orleans in Jay's voice sometimes, like when she says, baby. It's as if molasses seeps into the wood and breaks it down to more syllables than it needs. If we want you to get into a good school, you gotta take this more seriously, she says. If we want, more like if she wants. It's not that I don't want to go to college. I honestly don't know. The main thing I want is to make rapping happen. I do that, it'll be better than any good job a college degree could give me. I pick up my phone. It's 5:20. No call. Jay sucks her teeth. Uh-huh. What? I see where your head is. Probably couldn't focus on that test for thinking about that ring mess. Yes? No. No? Mm-hmm. What time was Hype supposed to call, Bree? Aunt Pooh said between 4:30 and 5:30. Who? Can't take anything she says as law. She's the same one who claimed that somebody in the gardens captured an alien and hid it in their basement. True. Even if he does call between 4:30 and 5:30, you've still got time, she says. I know, I'm just impatient. Like your daddy. Let Jay tell it. I'm stubborn like my daddy. Smart mouth like my daddy. And hot-headed like my daddy. It's as if she's not all those things and then some. She says Trey and I look like him too. Same smile without the gold grill. Same dimpled cheeks. Same light complexions that make folks call us red bones or light brights. Same dark white eyes. I don't have Jay's high cheekbones on her or her lighter eyes. And I only get my complexion when I stay out in the summer sun all day. Sometimes I catch her staring at me, like she's looking at herself. Or like she sees Dad and can't look away. Kinda like how she's staring at me now. What's wrong, I ask. She smiles with a twink. Nothing. Be patient, Bree. If he does call, go to the gym, do your little battle, and come straight home. Don't be hanging out with Pooh's rock behind. Aunt Pooh's been taking me to the ring for weeks to get a feel of things. I watched plenty of YouTube videos before that, but there's something about being there. Jay was cool with me going. Dad battled there, and Mr. Jimmy doesn't tolerate any nonsense. But she wasn't crazy about me going with Aunt Pooh. She definitely wasn't crazy about Aunt Pooh calling herself my manager. According to her, that fool ain't no manager. How you going to shade your sister like that, I ask her. She scooped Cajun rice onto the plates. I know what she's into. You know what she's into. Yeah, but she won't let anything happen. Pause. Jay puts fried okra on the plates, then corn on the cob. She finished them off with soft, fluffy biscuits. Say what you want about Popeye's biscuits, but they're neither soft nor fluffy. This is Popkin Church. Popkin Church is when you buy fried chicken and Cajun rice from Popeyes, biscuits from KFC, and fried okra and corn on the cob from Churches. Trey calls it pre-cardiac arrest. But see, Popkin Church is problematic, and not because of digestive drama that may ensure. Jay only gets it when something bad happens. When she broke the news that her Aunt Norma had terminal cancer a couple years ago, she bought Popkin Church. When she realized that she couldn't get me a new laptop last Christmas, Popkin Church. When Grandma decided not to move out of state to help her sister recover from her stroke, Jay bought Popkin Church. I've never seen anybody take their aggression out on a chicken thigh quite like she did that day. This isn't good. What's wrong? Bree, it's nothing for you to worry about. My phone buzzes on the table and we both jump. The screen lights with a number I don't recognize. It's 5:30. Jay smiles. There's your call. My hands shake down to my fingertips, but I tap the screen and put my phone to my ear. I force out the hello. Is this Bree? An all too familiar voice asks. My throat is dry for all of a sudden. Yeah, this is she, her, me. What's up? It's DJ Hype. You ready, baby girl? This is the absolute worst time to forget how to speak. I clear my throat. Ready for what? Are you ready to kill it? Congratulations! You got a spot in the ring tonight. And that was chapter 1 of On the Come Up. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.